Alright, well, I'm about ready to throw this stinking camera out the door. Use it as a fetch toy for the dog. I had a bunch of recordings going. They turned them all into 3-minute intervals. About ready to go back to my other camera, so I can pry it out of the hands of my wife. That's what I get for giving her the nice stuff. She falls in love with it. I love her. Anywho, I went with the Crapgate 250 gig hard drive. Swapped out the memory modules with something a little more compatible with this board. It only had those silly things, and they were mismatched too. And I was only rated at 333. Yeah, I just threw those on the floor. I repriced the CPU with a newer model. Exact same speed and everything. Just newer model. Oh, there went the other one. It's still 2.2 gigahertz CPU. Northwood, I believe. Yeah, Northwood CPU. Video card is a PNY GeForce 6600. 256 megabytes. I did plug up the hole in the front panel with a nice little USB front panel there. It does have an open slot, or a empty bay back here that I can put another hard drive in there and make use of a 5 1/4 and put a 3.5-inch drive in there. Yeah, a handy little feature. Other than that, is just plugging an empty hole. I did install Windows XP Service Pack 3. It did actually install quite nicely. Sorry about that, I'm still getting over some lingering seasonal allergies. Where was I? As you can see, cable management on these mid-tower cases is a freaking joke. Anything old like this is just try to keep it out of the way of the fans. That's pretty much the game. I did try to manage it a little bit, but I hate zip ties. Be honest, I hate zip ties. My favorite feature to use, actually, if I can find them. Yeah, I'm still got squeaky chair. There's these little guys. See if I can do this one-handed here. You kind of get the idea. Pop them off of there. And it also has the smaller ones right there. Oh, sorry. Got a finger in the way. I'm going to have to cut that part out. Anyway, I prefer these little guys. Being kind of like a little plastic wire tie. I'm sure they degrade after time, but it looks nicer than the stinking zip ties everywhere. The biggest problem I ran into zip ties is whenever you zip tie your wires together, unless you're super careful and you have almost pinpoint accuracy, when you go to clip them off, say you want to put something else in here, you want to do a little upgrade. Well, you zip tied that power cable into a bundle in there, so now you're trying to get access to it. You try to cut it off and you're going to nick one of these. I hate zip ties for that reason. These, they still keep it somewhat organized. Yeah, you can't really do a great big wad, but at the same time you can still route things around. So my biggest thing is just route it where it's out of the way. You don't have to be super fancy about this. I mean, once you put the cover on, nobody's going to see it. Other than you guys want to have the cover off and expose it in a nice naked computer. Oh, anyway, here is the CPU ID. Takes a second to load on an old P4. Pretty close to the 2.2 gigahertz. 2196. It throttles up here and there. I do have the lower end CPU. The board supports up to a 533 front side bus on the processor. Someday I'll hope to find one of those to upgrade this one with. Do a kind of a comparison video here and there about it. Main board, P4X400. VIA chipset. Installed the VIA 4-in-1 drivers. Has been a couple days since I've done one of those. Graphics, there you go. I'm not going to pinch this. I think it scored like a 3.5 or a 3.7. But yeah. I'm using the latest version of that, so. Version 1.94.8. So yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. Show you something that I thought was kind of fun to do. I don't want to rename that folder. Trying to keep the camera stable so I don't have wobbly camera syndrome here. Make you guys seasick. Oh, there it is. So I'm not going to be able to play Duke Nukem on this one until I replace the sound card, but obvious reasons here. Well, we'll give that a shot. See if I can bump that to a 7. Yeah. It ain't gonna work on that. Let me try 10. Yeah. Oh, one more shot. What the hell? See if it picks up on 2. Nope. Anyway, the regular sound just is not working with this. They do have legacy DOS drivers for this sound card. I suppose I could get those installed. But yeah. Anyway. So the music card I got set on the Wave Blaster 330. I thought it was kind of cool being able to hear it on the crystal chip. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool being able to hear that on the crystal chip, since I don't have like, no, I'm trying to remember the name of that, the Roland. Someday I hope to pick up an old Roland somewhere, do something with it. Closest thing I got to it is, see if I can find it here. So the closest thing I got to any kind of MIDI was this. I thought it would be kind of fun to tinker around with. This is the same one that they used on the N64 007 game to get some of those certain sounds. I believe it was the cave, the cavern, where it sounded like it was something echoing in the background. This is what they used to replicate that sound. It does work. It was just going to get scrapped out, and I happened to recognize it, and I'll take that. So yeah, I hope to do a future video with it. Did not have the original power cord with it. I was able to find one. That's my markings for center power, outside negative, 9 volt AC. So it does have the MIDIs. I need to get some adapters for those. And plus side is it does have a through, so that'll be pretty cool. And get some adapters to go to the smaller audio jacks. I guess I could show that's the correct way up, huh? Get the camera glare out of there. Yeah. And believe it or not, nobody's ever gotten into it. That was a big shocker too. Yeah, it works, so one of these days, give you a little bit of jumpy camera around here. I hope to do that. And I was thinking about it. I wasn't going to, but I have something over here that will be after my final video on this. I'm going to shoot the day after and release it the next day, after I'm done with the gameplay. I am going to do a DOS Timber video, debating on which machine to use. I might do 2 videos on that if I have time to. I'm kind of hem-hawing about it. I don't know if I want to do one of the Tandies that everybody seems to like, or if I want to do a home-built 386 I happen to find. Been meaning to do a couple videos on that one too. It's actually a Tower 386. I was kind of surprised. But yeah, I'll either do the Tandy SX25, bring it back, or the Tandy 486, or the other one, the home-built 386. The Tandy 486 keeps, the Tandy 486 keeps glaring at me every time I walk by it. Oh, that might be the one that I'll do it on. Anyway, guys, sorry to bore you with this longer video. I'm excited that I got a couple videos out finally. As always, take care. Be careful out there. Don't let the idiots run you over when you're holiday shopping. There's a lot of them out there. Be kind and courteous. Take a deep breath. Relax. I need to practice what I preach too. So, take care, guys. See you next time. Thank you.